Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and welcome to the FPS Boost series here on the channel, where we check out the different LEGO games that have been FPS boosted on the Xbox Series X and S consoles. And this time we're checking out 2017's LEGO Worlds. I don't see too many people talk about this game, but we're going to be checking it out today because we've checked out almost every other game that's been FPS boosted. So if you're not familiar with FPS Boost, well, it's a program that Microsoft did. This isn't anything that the developers at TT Games did or anything like that, but essentially Microsoft takes these old Xbox One or sometimes even Xbox 360 games, and through their emulation software they're able to boost the frame rate on the next gen consoles. So in this case, this game was originally 30 frames per second, but if you play it on an Xbox Series X and make sure FPS Boost is switched on, you're going to get 60 frames per second, which is what you're seeing there on the right side of the screen. And throughout the video, as I do in the other parts of this series, is I'll slow the speed down to 50% so you can kind of see it. I feel like it's a little bit more clear to see the frame rate differences. Like you can see here on the right side, it's way smoother than on the left side, especially when it goes in slow motion. You see all those different individual Lego particles kind of moving around. I definitely think it makes a difference. But yeah, this is LEGO Worlds, and so this game released in 2017. There's the cover art guy. You are watching the intro cutscene if you're not familiar with this game. This is what it plays like when you first boot up the game. Of course, you can usually skip it, but I like watching the intro cutscenes to use for these FPS Boost videos because you can see lots of different frames and stuff. You can see the difference. Look at that ship spiraling out of control, and it's just so much smoother on the FPS Boosted side. So one thing to note as we get into the actual gameplay here is that this game is only boosted on the Xbox Series X. On the Xbox Series S, the cheaper of the two, it's not boosted at all, so it's going to run exactly as it does on the Xbox One at 30 frames per second. But if you're on the Series X, which is what you're seeing there on the right side, it's going to be doubled to 60 FPS because this did originally run at 30. To be honest, I think that's pretty much all you need for the most part. There's some games like LEGO Avengers that we checked out here on the channel that got boosted all the way up to 120 frames per second, which of course is nice, but to be honest, probably 90+% of people don't have a TV or a display that can even show 120, and the difference between 60 and 120 is definitely less noticeable than the difference between 30 and 60. So for the most part, if you have 60 frames per second, you're going to be pretty much good for 99% of people. But yeah, it is unfortunate that the Series S version was not boosted at all. So I guess something about this game, it must take some power to run. I don't know. Here you can see me destroying a bunch of corn in slow motion. Look how much smoother it is. 60 FPS. Look at all those choppy studs on the left side. Oh, man. Gotta love the frame rate boost, man. You can't go back once you play on Series X with all these boosted games. You can't go back. Or if you're on PC, of course, you can kind of run at whatever frames you want, depending on, well, how powerful your PC is. I tried to do some things that kind of exemplify the frame rate. Like here, I think I pull out the paint tool. Yeah, I start spray painting everything blue, and you can see the little particles coming out of the gun. They're way smoother on the 60 FPS side. I think when you see fast-moving things like that, you can see how much choppier it is when you're playing at 30 FPS. And to be honest, once you start playing a lot of things at 30 FPS, especially last generation, you kind of got used to it. But once you get used to 60 on these next gen consoles, man, it's really hard to go back to 30, I must say. But yeah, this is LEGO Worlds. This is not my favorite LEGO game. If you're familiar with my channel at all, this is actually my least favorite of all the LEGO games, pretty much since 2005's LEGO Star Wars. I'm just not a fan. I guess I prefer games to have actual levels and objectives and things to do, whereas in this game it's kind of like LEGO Minecraft almost, where it just kind of throws you into an open world and it's kind of like do whatever you want. Of course, there's gold bricks and things to collect, but I don't know, there's not a real goal there, and it's just not a LEGO game that I really want to play, and the building controls are kind of clunky too. But yeah, so I just wanted to show off about 5 minutes of gameplay, just kind of goofing around LEGO Worlds in 30 and 60 FPS. So let me know what you think about this game. Are you a fan of LEGO Worlds? Have you played it before? Or is it something that you haven't checked out, and maybe it interests you and you want to check it out? Who knows? I'm sure you can get it for pretty cheap now. I think it's under $10 usually when it goes on sale on the Xbox and PlayStation stores. But I just wanted to give a quick look at this game with its FPS boost on Xbox Series X only. So let me know all that in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.